Why did I select Pat Summitt as my leader? Pat Summitt and her 1991 Tennessee championship team over Virginia was the first college basketball championship I ever watched. Her passion and intensity on the sideline is what made me infatuated with her life and coaching career. There was only one other woman in my life that had that same type of intensity and discipline, and that was my mother. Immediately after that game, I remember just going out to my driveway and just shooting around for hours. That day, I fell in love with basketball and Coach Summitt's icy glare. Through her books, I learned she was brought up in a similar tough love, hardworking, competitive, no excuse environment that I was raised in. One day, after hours in a hayfield, Pat asked her dad, "Daddy, how long do we have to stay out here?" He said, "You'll be finished when it's done, and it's not done till it's done right." Pat's statement at her dad's funeral. The thing you need to understand is that my father, to a great extent, made me who I am. His peculiar combination of love and discipline was hard to take, but in the end, I was grateful for it. He gave me strength. This was one of the many statements made by Pat that made me feel a connection with her. I feel the exact same way about my mother, as I didn't always understand her combination of love and discipline, but I do know that same discipline has made me who I am. And the ability to be a strong woman is something I will always be grateful for. The reason I chose Pat Summitt as my leader is when I watched her on the sideline and read her books, she was real to me. I understood where she was coming from and could connect it to my own life. A strong woman that made so many other women that she coached stronger. There's no better leadership than that. The leader's background and beliefs. When you grow up on a dairy farm, cows don't take the day off. So you work every day, and my dad always said, "No one can outwork you." Pat Summitt always looked to outwork everyone around her as a player and a coach. Pat as an Olympian. Pat was all up in my face, and when my first attempt didn't go in, I never got a second chance. Because of her aggressive boxing out, she was so strong you could not get around her to follow your shot. She was the most aggressive person I ever met on a basketball court. Competitiveness. She made everything in her life a competition. There's always a winner and a loser. As a coach, she was real. She would have never asked her players to do something she wouldn't do herself. She never treated her players like women. She treated them like athletes. She also said, "I want to continue to do is to help young women be successful. You don't just say goodbye at the end of their playing careers and end it there." The last statement is, "Don't bring your problems to the court. Take care of your problems on the court." When you only have a couple hours a day to play and get better at something you love to do, don't waste your time bringing problems to the court. Control the controllables, and that's basketball. What contributions has Summitt made to the field of sport? Summitt used the sport and her demand of excellence to empower women and help them believe they can achieve anything. She taught us in a man's world that it's okay to be a woman and compete with passion and intensity. Breaking the glass ceiling in the men's game, political office, that wasn't Summitt's motivation. She had the only job she ever really wanted. That was to become a coach. Pat Summitt and Gino Auriemma, one of the best rivals in women's basketball history. They weren't friends, they were more than that. The yin, the yang, or the north and south of women's college basketball. Contrary yet complementary forces of nature who animated the game as it came of age in Title IX America. Pat Summitt coached for 38 years and accumulated 1,098 wins and 208 losses. She won 8 NCAA national championships, 3 consecutive titles from 1996 to 98, 7-time SEC Coach of the Year, and 7-time NCAA Coach of the Year. The winningest basketball coach, man or woman, in NCAA history. She was also inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2000. Summitt,
And Reach for the Summit is a definite dozen principles that we live by on a daily basis, both on and off the basketball court. The Tennessee Lady Ball Definite Dozen obviously has been very instrumental in how we run our program, and I just am happy to share this with you today. Respect yourself and others. Take full responsibility. Develop and demonstrate loyalty. Learn to be a great communicator. Discipline yourself so no one else has to. Make hard work your passion. Don't just work hard, work smart. Put the team before yourself. Make winning an attitude. Be a competitor. Change is a must. Handle success like you handle failure.
Well, the hugs are continuing here at Snecco Limited. Tell the Candace Parker that this win is for you. Candace, all the personal and professional disappointments this year, what does this moment mean to you? This is for Pat. This is for Pat.
Amazing Grace. How sweet the sound. Tyler told me that that's his mom's favorite song. And how appropriate. 2 words that describe her so well. If you want to cry, you let those tears flow. You want to cheer when you hear Rocky Top? Let's hear it. Express yourself like Pat did all those many years.
It is a rarity to attend a celebration of life service for someone who literally changed history.
Now, I guarantee you there are so many people in this building, so many people watching right now that have stories of Pat Summitt walking 100 miles an hour and then stopping on a dime to sign an autograph for a little girl.
I started out as a kid from Knoxville, Tennessee with a dream. My dream, it came true, but I found a coach, a mentor, and a great friend all in one. Pat was gracious. She had an unbelievable sense of humor, and she actually was able to laugh at herself. She was tough but kind, and when she used my last name, Warlick, it was not good.
Changed the history of the sport she loved and of sports in general. She almost single-handedly made women's sports relevant, well beyond mothers and daughters, sisters and grandmothers.
I can feel